What's up, comic and pop culture fans? Going for a very different video today. I've got the whole Saturday and I'm planning on going from comic shop to comic shop. So I've got my terribly beat up car and all my crap with me right now. I got my comic book Black Panther shirt and my cool jacket here. So I think we're ready to go. First stop of the day was the Lambertville Golden Nugget Flea Market. The only problem with going to the flea market in the wintertime is that it looks a little bit like this. There were a couple people crazy enough that they still set up shop outside. One guy did have comics, but it was all like brand new stuff, which I'm kind of not in the mood for. It was bagged and boarded though, so that was nice. I went inside for the one vendor, the same vendor that actually I got the first appearance of Rogue, because I knew they had some early Commandi books that were in really nice shape, and I went back and luckily for me, they were still there. There's an absolute flawless copy of Commandi number 2. I paid like $2 for this actually. I see it says 10. So very nice. $8 on this. And this book is actually getting pretty hot. There's some weird discoloration, some things like that, but overall I'm pretty freaking happy with that, guys. Nice. So it's insanely bright, but check out this awesome mask. We are headed to Milltown for Main Street Comics. I was here a year ago. I loved it. And I've been wanting to come back for some time now, so wish me luck. I'm back. They didn't let me record, but I did get some good stuff. Let's take a look. I never buy slabs anymore, but I'm putting my Green Lantern collection together. This is a book I used to have. It's the first appearance of Kyle Rayner, and this is like a $150 book, and they were selling it for 95 bucks, so I just had to do it. You know, I never buy slabs. I usually submit myself these days, but I had to do it. Then we got this awesome Star Wars Boba Fett. This is the Gold Wizard special. And it was $40, which is definitely a lot. And my one biggest beef with this store is they didn't haggle at all. Their prices were set. I've never experienced a store that didn't have a little bit of give. They weren't budging at all. But this is a perfect 9.8. I will be submitting that out. That's like a $200 book and rising due to the popularity. Anybody know what this book is? Here's one I've been trying to get for like weeks now. Again, 25 bucks. I had to pay a premium for it. A lot of lucky people got this right out the gate, but that's a 9.8. Going to be submitting pretty much all these books out. This is part of my Green Lantern run. This is number 54. This is the death of Kyle Rayner's girlfriend. Very sensitive and controversial issue. Looks like a 9.8. This one, this was one of the more random ones I got, but listen, it was $1, so whatever. They had a good dollar bin there, guys. Great dollar bins at that store. This is Green Lantern 57, and it actually has a reference to Wong and Doctor Strange. That's pretty cool, so I want to submit this in, hopefully have CGC make some sort of mention of that. That's pretty cool. And last but not least, this is the second or part 2 of the Speedy Drug issue. This cost me $75, so essentially I spent a little bit over $200. Not great deals. Well, good deals, but not fantastic deals. And I wish I could have haggled it down a bit, but I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't a good deal, so very nice. I've wanted this book forever. So good. Awesome. Guys, drove another half hour. Now we're in Manalapan, New Jersey at Zap Comics. Let's see if they let me film. Pretty cool books on the wall. Nothing crazy. It is nice to see a direct edition like that. All the good books were on the wall for this store, but they were open to deals, and I got some really great books here. Okay, guys, that was fairly successful. I'm going to show you guys only a few of what I got here. I'm actually intentionally not showing you some of the big boys that I got from this place. Rest assured, I'll be showing you this at the end of the video. And there's some really big stuff I got from here, but I did like the small stuff I got too. Alright, and we are back in the beautiful Pennsylvania. and we are going to a comic book shop in New Hope called Phantasm Comics. This is a comic book shop I've gone to hundreds of times, so let's see what we can do. I've picked it pretty clean. We'll see. Alright, this is my local LCS, so I totally love this place. I also appreciate how much Hot Toys and Sideshow and toys they do. You know, they do more than just comics here. They do cards, and I love their setup. Even if, admittedly, I've gone through it a million times, so I literally know what's here and what's new. And unfortunately, a lot of it's not exactly new things. I definitely did everything I could really get out of here in previous trips. They do really nice full arcs, though, if you're interested in that, but nothing for me. Had to put my layers back on. It's pretty cold out there, guys. Now we are in Doylestwon, Pennsylvania, and we are going to a comic book shop I've gone to many times. I have a personal relationship with the owner, just like the one in New Hope. So hopefully I haven't picked this place clean. I think it's actually been a couple months since I've been in here, so definitely ready to go pick up some good stuff. I love coming here just for their ASM collection alone. It's one of the nicest ASM collections you'll find. It's in several short boxes. It's really impressive, dating back from like pretty much 30 all the way to like present day. Well, that kind of stunk. All I walked out of there was a Reese's and some bag and boards because I'm running out. Well, you know what? That's 2 in a row now where we haven't gotten anything. Everything in there was nice, but it wasn't quite 9.8. It wasn't even quite 9.6. Everything I wanted was in the 9.4 range, and can't really play that right now. Next, guys, I'm kind of beelining back a little bit here. I'm going all the way up to Flemington to a place called Comic Fusion. So apparently my video from Flemington didn't record, so here it is now. Got a couple cool books. First appearance of Mr. Bloom, first Screwball there, couple of the, I think, second print of the Sinestro Corps #1. Definitely on a Green Lantern kick today, wow. Vengeance of Bane #2. And then this is cool. The guy had a huge stack of these, and he was just getting rid of them, kind of like as a bonus because I'm a return customer. So I got 7 or 8 of these Adventures of Superman 500s for free. And then the Wedding album. Not bad. Okay, next we're going to one called Brave New Worlds in Willow Grove, PA. I've actually never been there before, and I called ahead, and it kind of seems like it's only new books, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see if I can't do anything good. The sun is going down, so I kind of need to hurry up here. Are you freaking kidding me? This place is amazing. Oh my gosh. Guys, they have a whole wall full of major books. I am so impressed with this place. I can't believe I've never been here before. This is comic book shop heaven right here. Okay. Oh. Alright, so that was one of the best comic shops I've ever been to. That guy on the phone totally undersold that. He said that, yeah, it's going to be mostly modern books. Dude, there are some pretty nice shape, big-time books. I did get some books. I actually got an entire short box, although it's actually pretty much exclusively all random mixed bags. I'll show you when I unbox everything. Okay, guys, I've made it home, and I want to show you what's in this box that I got. Aside from just a couple comics that I'm going to wait to show you in the final reveal, I got, I think, 8 or 9 mystery boxes of Green Lantern. It could be the lowest grade ever, could be from any era, I have no idea. I'm about to unbox it, see if I can't find any minor keys. Okay, I just went through all the Green Lanterns, and 97% of it is kind of nothing, very recent, ranging all the way to the 80s, and that 3% ended up being exactly what my collection needed, so I'm a pretty happy dude. Check it in the full reveal. I'm not going to make you guys wait any longer. Let's dive into what I got today. I got a stack of comics about this high in total, and we're going to be going over about maybe 20% of it, just showing you the keys and notable books. First off, let's start it off with this second print of the highly sought after Amazing Spider-Man 55. Very cool. There were many more of these, obviously. You know, I don't know how too much value this is going to have, but I picked up 4 of them, so great cover. Next 3 books, we've got on the end, the ASM 559, which is the first appearance of Screwball. If you guys played the PlayStation 4 and 5 video game, you know who that is. And then we got another great copy of first appearance of Mr. Bloom. This is one I've submitted in and got a 9.8 of, and I'm planning on doing the same again. And then, of course, we have the first print ASM 55. And unfortunately, I had to pay a full $25 for that, but honestly, it's worth it. And it looks like a 9.8. Up next, we got another set of cool books. We got on this end, this is one of those big popular Boba Fett books, which, as you can imagine, with Mandalorian is very popular right now. I don't know much about the book, but I did get it, and apparently I looked it up online and I got a steal of a deal. So I was a little unhappy that I paid a lot for it, but I paid $40 for that. But apparently they're selling for $250. Then over here, we got the first appearance of Gambit. You're going to see a lot of Green Lantern keys in this, guys. And then over here, I got 7 of these suckers for free. It's the first appearance of Steel, Cyborg Superman, the new Superboy. That's a pretty good book to get 7 of for free. You guys saw I got a lot of Green Lanterns. Well, I pulled apart all the ones that are keys or somewhat notable. We got the death of Kyle Rayner's girlfriend, and I actually got 2 of these today. I just, you know, what's better than one 9.8 copy? Another one just to make sure you get the 9.8. Here's one that's the first appearance of Boudica, which is a big notable Green Lantern villain, and for whatever reason, I looked it up on the census, one has never been submitted. Unfortunately, I don't know if this is going to get the 9.8, but weirder things have happened, so I am going to submit it in. Next set of books, minor keys again. This one in the middle here, I'm glad the place that I walked away that I didn't spend anything. I almost bought this for $10, and I was able to find a perfect copy later for $1, so good thing. Over here we have Green Lantern 57. This has 2 visible references to Doctor Strange and Wong in the Marvel Universe. Pretty cool for a DC book. In the middle of here, this is the funeral for Hal Jordan. And over here we have the first appearance of Nero. This, again, is another one that has never been submitted to CGC, but it is a minor key. Pretty interesting. I will be submitting that. Next set of Green Lantern minor keys, we got the first appearance of Kyle Rayner as Ion. That's a pretty big book, actually. Then we got John Stewart returning as Green Lantern in Green Lantern 155. And now we've got the Green Lantern run, which I think is one of the best comic runs of all time. And amazingly, the issue number 1 isn't that much of a key, but it is the first appearance of a minor character called Cowgirl. Great cover, though. Up next, we got another set of Green Lantern keys, and they're getting bigger and bigger now. We've got the first appearance of Sinestro's daughter over there. Amazingly, there's only like a select few on the CGC census. This is a book that will get hot, I guarantee it. If not this year, soon. And then up here, we got Abin Sur's son. Also just a great book, to be honest. And here we got the first appearance of Lyssa Drac, which is one of the most popular Sinestro Corps members, other than obviously Sinestro. A nice set of 9.8 ready books. Next up, we got the first appearance of the Star Sapphire Corps on the my right, your left there. Very nice book. And over here we got the origin of Green Lantern retold, as well as the origin of Atrocitus. Very major Atrocitus key. Also, it's a great read. And over here we have the first appearance of Maxwell Lord and Guy Gardner joining the Justice League. Very nice book right there. Up next, we got the section of 3 books that I consider here for the artwork. Like, apparently this is just a really popular Darth Maul book. I don't know why, but it is. Darth Maul #1, whatever. take your word for it. I don't know too much about Star Wars books, so glad I got it though. Here's one I've gotten a 9.6 and a 9.8 in before. This is a very hard book to get a 9.8, but it is worshipped for its excellent Brian Bolland cover. Awesome. And then last but not least, this is I got from the flea market, and it was a vendor that they had this, and I knew they had it, and I was hoping they still would, and they still did, and I grabbed it. Looks like a nice, easy 9.8 for an early 70s book. Next set of three, this is a book that's been on my channel many times. This is the first appearance of Terra in the New Teen Titans. And then over here we got New Mutants 18, which is the first appearance of Warlock. These are pristine, and I still can't believe I got that. I can't remember if I got this for $1 or $2. It was in the dollar bin though. Whoa. And then over here, kind of a lower grade copy, but it is the first appearance of Lamplighter, an early Green Lantern villain. Up next, we got the full Year 2 Batman Detective Comics run. The guy behind the counter, I want to say this was Zap Comics, which is the third place I went. He was putting this together behind the counter, and I had already bought a few things from him, so I was like, dude, will you take this amount? And he said yes, and I paid $30 for 9.8 worthy complete set of Year 2. Just so you know, a 9.8 of this is going for $800 right now and rising. $30 well spent. There have been some great minor keys, but now we're getting into kind of the moderate / kind of major keys. This is the weakest one, but it's still a nice one in the middle. This is Sodom Yacht becoming Ion. I think I showed you my Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner becoming Ion. And over here we have, honestly, one of the gems. This is Green Lantern 25, first appearance of Atrocitus, first appearance of Larfleeze, first appearance of the Blue Lantern Corps. I think it even mentions the Black Lanterns. Like, this book is everything. Unfortunately, it has one tiny nick, but the fact that this was in that random Green Lantern box, holy smokes. I think they left this in there as a gift for if someone did buy all the random Green Lanterns. That is a nice $300 or more book. And over here, we have the first, New Teen Titans number 1. I'm looking at my copy of New Teen Titans number 2 on the wall right now. This is number 1. It's actually not that major of a book in terms of characters, but it is a hard book to find in a perfect 9.8. We will see what grade this can fetch. It's going to be high. We're winding down, guys. Now we're getting into the major keys. I'm going to start with this one because it's so hot. I can't remember if I paid like $5 or $8 for this, but it was under $10. That's the point. And honestly, it has a blemish at the top, but I'm actually noticing that that could be a printing error. So they might not dock me for it, meaning this could be very, very high grade. Very nice. Then in the middle here, we have Watchmen number 1. First appearance of the comedian, Ozymandias, Rorschach, everybody. It is a nice copy. There's no way it's a 9.8 though. But the problems I have with it might be pressable. They're not color breaking. So this is getting pressed for sure. And then on the end here, we have the first appearance of Spider-Girl in the What If story. I think that's a very nice one. Unfortunately, there's like a little nick at the top. I think someone maybe cut something and there's a little bit of a nick there, but considering I spent $5 on that, pretty happy. I'm kind of bummed that the second place I went to in Milltown was so expensive. I spent like $200 there because some of the places I went to later in the day, I was getting way crazier deals on really nice books. And this is honestly the cream of the crop. This is my nice X-Men run. These two, with pressing, might be looking at a 9.8. No joke. They're very clean, very nice. I spent $50 each on them, which if you know these books and if you know their potential to get a 9.8, you're thinking right now, damn, that's a really good deal. $100 well spent. Even if they get 9.0s, that'll be fine. And then over here with X-Men 100, which, as many of you know, is not only the old X-Men team battling the new X-Men team, but it is also the first appearance and origin of Phoenix. Now, this is a really big deal. This book is a $2,000-something, 9.8. My copy isn't a 9.8, but it is going to land me in the 9s, and to think that I picked up a 9 range copy of this book is really something. I actually only spent $90 on this comic. I don't even know what to say. I wish I would seem more animated. It solely is because I'm really tired, guys, but I promise you, this has me really excited. And then I'll throw this one in. This is my favorite book, I think, probably out of the whole batch. This is the Speedy and His Drug Problem Part 2 cover. It's just, obviously you've seen I've been collecting the Green Lantern keys like crazy. This is one of the biggest ones there is, so it's a big book for me. It's probably not in the 9s, maybe like an 8.0, but I'll take an 8.0, and I paid $75 for that. You know, good deal. The funny thing is, if this book was at the place I landed in last, their deals were so amazing, they would have given this to me for like $40 or something. I don't know. But all in all, I can't even remember how many places I visited, but today was a very successful day. I didn't go bankrupt, but I certainly did spend some money. I think I spent maybe... Did I spend a full $500? I think I got close to 500, or man, you know what? I think I did spend 500. But you know, considering this row right here is already raw as is $500, I'm safe. Throw in all those cool Green Lantern keys, I'm a very happy dude. A lot of those are in the personal books that I really want. And some of them, I can't believe, aren't on the CGC census. I didn't check CBCS or PGX, but I'm pretty shocked that some of those books haven't been sent in. So I can't wait to send in. As you know, sending in books that have never been sent in is like my favorite thing ever. I swear I like the minor keys more than the major keys half of the time. So I'm really looking forward to sending this all. Everything I just showed you is going to CGC. I'm really looking forward to getting it in. I think this was one of the more successful Saturdays or comic days I've really ever had. Obviously that one crazy day where I drove like 3 hours and every single book was $1, even including the first appearance of Nightwing, that might still be the best. But I think this maybe was my second most successful day, at least in a while. The grades I paid, the values I paid, plus just the fun I had. I mean, geez, it's so satisfying on so many levels. Anyway, guys, I am so tired, and I have to go edit this video, so I'm signing off. I will talk to you guys later this week, and as always, keep on collecting.